If you like these videos, if you like what I share, please click the button below to subscribe to my channel. Hi everybody. So this is going to be an interesting day. I have never pressure canned before, and today I'm pressure canning. So join me on my adventure. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So just FYI, this is not an educational film. This is I'm gonna screw up and we're gonna get it on a film for prosperity. So I'm gonna go grab my wine and I'll be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Amy and this is Star Chaser Ranch Homestead. This is where I am on a journey of self-sufficiency. My goal is to be completely self-sufficient. And I'm gonna have to turn the music off here in just a second. If YouTube hears that, they'll say there's copyright infringement, so I had to turn the music off. Anyway, so I processed 6 chickens. I've actually already cooked one of them, so it's gone. We ate that. And the other 5 I quartered, so I have packages of legs, packages of thighs, breasts, and then 1 package of all the wings. And that one is going to be fun to cook because I've never actually cooked wings before. So if you have any recipes, definitely share them down below. That way everybody else can have some too. In the meantime, cheers. So today, with the parts pieces, we're going to be making a chicken broth. And I'm going to can the chicken broth. And the book I'm using is the Ball Book of Preserving. So what I did is I went out, I picked some of my onions. These are Spanish yellow onions. And I'm going to need to clean those up, chop them up. And the carrots, I need to clean those up. So the recipe calls for a 3 to 4 pound chicken. Because I'm using organs and necks, I'm going to have to weigh that out just to make sure that I have enough chicken. So I have about 1,360 grams of chicken parts. That's 3 pounds. So I could add a little bit more if I wanted to make the broth a little bit stronger, but we're gonna go with this. So now we're going to bring the broth to a boil and then reduce the heat, let it simmer for about 2 hours, and we'll see you in about 2 hours. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. The broth is done. So anyway, I do have a second batch of broth that I need to make with the chicken and vegetables that I chopped up. So that's going to be another 2 hours to wait. But in the meantime, I'm going to cool the broth. And the next step is to let it cool down, strain it all out, heat the broth back up in order to fill the cans. So after that, we'll stick it in the pressure canner. So I'll get that all prepared. The cans were already in the dishwasher, so they're hot and ready to go. So now I need cheesecloth. No idea where my cheesecloth is. How many of you go through this? I swear I put it down over there. Well, we're gonna go without. We'll just have little chunks in it. That's okay. Ultimately, my plan is to feed most of this to the dogs. The bones with the neck, not so much, but everything else can go to them. So I will end up packaging it in just enough quantities that I can give each dog some. That way they're not eating too many organs, but they can still have some. And at this point, we can start filling the jars. So the jars are still in the dishwasher, drying, so they're in a really hot cycle. So we're gonna ladle the hot broth into the hot jars while day drinking. And there we go. Yay, step. I don't know what step. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna have to use vinegar to wipe off all of the rims and then put the lids on it. So let's get on it. Vinegar. With water bath canning, normally I heat the lids, but it didn't call for that in this one, and I'm thinking it's because we are pressure canning, and pressure canning is at higher temperature. May not be such a big deal there. Now we just have to wait for that. It's almost there. We'll get there. So I just got back. Got a call, my computer was done. I dropped my laptop. Yeah, so that was a bit of an expensive thing. So now that I'm back, I just turned on the stove, gonna pressure can this, and basically it has to come up to temperature. You vent it for 10 minutes. You close the vent, and then you cook it for, stand by, let's double check. Vent for 10 minutes. Pressure gauge goes up to 10 pounds. And then it's 20 minutes. So we got a while till it's done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start dinner, and as this happens, I will just monitor and adjust. And then once it's done, you just turn the heat off, let it cool down on its own, take the lid off, pull the jars out. At that point, they're much cooler, and then you just leave them, and they should be fine. So, as you can see, my hair is like all a mess. We went down in the Jeep that has no roof, no doors, so I always end up with Jeep hair. Don't care. So, I guess I'll start dinner. So it's pretty much the end of the day. As you can see, the sun is changing. I've been every 2 hours making more chicken broth. This one is down to only a couple pounds left, and then it should be ready, and I'll pull the cans out. This one should be done here in 27 minutes. And then tomorrow we are processing 4 more birds. I'm gonna get another glass of wine and say good night. Bye.